Do these stories convince us of a lie? Or do they resonate with something deep inside us that's profoundly true?
This film is such an example of how do we make room at the table when we don't see eye to eye?
Listen, you want to kick me out, you go right ahead.
No. You're being honest, it's good.
We get so attached to this must be true and I must be right that it's about being right instead of doing right.
I'm feeling pretty alone. Right now.
I'm not looking to convert anyone to a religion in my therapy office, but I am looking to have more of those moments. Hello, and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist who loves movies.
I'm Alan Seawright, and are we at church?
Movie theaters are my second church.
I know this about you.
It's also true for you.
They're kind of my first church.
So today we're going to talk about Wake Up Dead Man. This movie touched on something very deep and personal for me. And it was also my favorite film of last year. Kicked Superman off the top. So I'm feeling, honestly, a little bit of pressure today because I really don't want to screw this up.
Yeah.
This is near and dear to my heart. I counsel here in Utah, which means I counsel a lot of people who are deeply religious, and I counsel a lot of people who have been deeply traumatized by religion and left organized religion.
Sure.
And in both cases, the subject of this film is a huge part of their healing journey. What I want to address today is the psychology of belief, not just religious belief, but belief in systems, belief in causes, belief in people. How do we practice our beliefs in ways that are psychologically healthy and supportive?
Sure.
Or how can we practice them in ways that are damaging, both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and relationally? And how can we steer the ship into a positive direction, regardless of what our beliefs or belief systems are? So, we're going deep today. This is going to be good.
9 months ago, when this ass deacon said something way out of line, and I
His
did
eye
this.
twitch. The face on the deacon.
So, you're a fighter then?
No, Father, absolutely not.
Well, we have a deacon who would say otherwise if his jaw wasn't broken.
In my previous life, yes, I was a boxer. I lived on the streets. I did some other things.
We need fighters today, but to fight the world,
That's one perspective.
not ourselves. A priest is a shepherd.
And I love
The world is a wolf.
you cast Jeffrey Wright, you don't even have him talk.
It's all in the face.
I don't believe that, Father, respectfully. You start fighting wolves, and before you know it, everyone you don't understand is a wolf.
And he gives you so much.
I still got that fighting instinct, and I gave into it today, but Christ came to heal the world, not fight it. I believe that. It's this, not this, you know?
This, not this. I'm going to say something could be controversial. I don't mean it to be controversial. I mean it to be helpful. For some people, it's Jesus. For some people, it's Uncle Iroh or Ted Lasso. We need and we are drawn to figures that show us a more peaceful, loving way
Yeah.
to live our lives.
No one has ever believed in me.
While it is always best to believe in oneself, a little help from others can be a great blessing.
And all you fellas need to do is believe it.
Just this notion of change, of I am a fighter, that is my instinct, but that's not who I want to be. And sometimes there's like an unhealthy version of that. It's when you're not embracing who you are and you're trying to fit into somebody else's box of who you should be. That's not psychologically healthy. That's self-betrayal. Self-denial is something else entirely. It's recognizing there are aspects of me that don't align with the values I hold or that I want to hold, and I want to make that change.
Yeah.
And Father Judd wants to be a peacekeeper. But there's this mentality of the other priests, we need to fight the world. We are the shepherds, our congregation is the flock, the world is the wolves. And I love Judd's response, which is,
You start fighting wolves, and before you know it, everyone you don't understand is a wolf.
but seeing anyone you disagree with or don't understand as a wolf.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ted Lasso, when you're curious, not judgmental, that's how you de-wolf people.
Right.
And you can actually see who are the sheep and who are the wolves, not by their beliefs or what demographic box they fit in, but more, do they approach others with love and integrity, or do they approach others with malicious intent, which we'll see a little bit more of later.
Did you know that data brokers can legally collect and sell all sorts of information about you?
I did know that, Jono, and I hate it because it puts you at risk for phishing attempts, scams, harassment, identity theft, and doxing.
And after all, if a good priest can keep your secrets safe, why can't the internet?
Because the internet is a bad priest, untrustworthy, an oversharer, maybe a little fascism curious.
Also not safe for your kids to be around.
Yeah, correct.
You don't want those data brokers out there selling your data.
You really don't.
Did I just say data and data?
But seriously, it's a good idea to protect yourself online. That's why I use Delete Me to keep my personal info private.
This episode is sponsored by Delete Me.
No Delete Me is a hands-free subscription service that removes your personal information that's being sold online by data brokers.
Delete Me has been the leading expert in removing personally identifiable information, or P, for over 15 years.
They continuously remove your data using their own tech, no third-party solutions, so your online data stays safe.
And if you need help or have custom requests, they have Delete Me privacy advisors, real people, not AI slop, to help you out.
I've been using Delete Me for a while now. They've already removed more than 130 listings from over 100 data brokers. I actually get less spam and like garbage text than I used to.
Bless you, Delete Me. Get 20% off eligible Delete Me international plans when you go to joindeleteme.com/cinema and use promo code CINEMA at checkout. Or use the QR code on screen.
That's joindeleteme.com/cinema, code CINEMA. And delete yourself from the internet.
They'll say, no, of course this is not what they believe. It's Wix being Wix, pushing it too far. And what he's pushing for, every time, is a walkout. Why does he do this? Because when that person walks out, everyone watches. And even if in the light of day it's indefensible, deep down in the dark, it scratches an itch.
This is
By
something
staying put in that pew, a side is taken.
psychologically.
Testing tolerances, tapping deep poisoned wells, hardening, binding with complicity.
This movie is a story.
Yeah.
It's fiction.
Yeah.
It's all made up. That is true.
We see that all the
We
time.
see it all the time.
Yeah. And the mistake I see people make a lot is the assumption that that type of behavior belongs only to certain groups.
Sure. Everybody is susceptible to that type of thing. Something that hardens your beliefs and makes you feel justified in who you other. Mm-hmm. And we all do it.
And it's the self-righteousness. And why? It's comforting to feel morally superior to another person. It's comforting to believe that you are right and that you have the truth and that you don't need to look any further, that you don't need to be curious anymore. You just need to hold on and hold true and faithful to it. And that sets you apart from everybody else. And the issue with that is that any worldview can do this. Mm-hmm. I don't care what your cause is or your worldview is, even if it is the most just cause in the world, there are psychologically harmful ways to practice and apply.
Correct.
Satan! Satan struck him down, the devil! Or Satan!
I've gone around the world. Jews, Muslims, Christians, atheists, straight, gay. I've met all sorts of people. And you can practice your beliefs militantly, or you can practice them like this, or like this. And what he's doing is not spiritual. It's a psychological manipulation technique applied to a spiritual setting.
Right. To get people to believe in
their own superiority.
And in him.
And in him. It's gaslighting. I am the only voice you can trust. I am the only voice that you can believe in.
Right.
Doubt your own perceptions. Doubt your own experiences. Doubt what other people will say to you. Just believe in me. Just follow me.
And it's like someone is shouting a story at me that I do not believe. It's built upon the empty promise of a child's fairy tale filled with malevolence and misogyny and homophobia, and it's justified untold acts of violence and cruelty, while all the while and still hiding its own shameful acts. So like an ornery mule kicking back, I want to pick it apart and pop its perfidious bubble of belief and get to a truth I can swallow without choking. The rafter details are very fine, though.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about him wanting to tear down this system of belief. It's not that he's saying he has no beliefs, because we're going to learn actually that Benoit Blanc is a deeply believing person.
Yeah.
He just doesn't believe in God.
So you've got these three central characters. There's a fourth character who comes up and takes center stage later, but these three central characters, Wicks, fanatic, Judd, believer.
Sure.
Blanc, skeptic and cynic.
Right.
And they all take up these different lanes of belief because, as you pointed out, Blanc has beliefs.
Yeah.
They're just not these beliefs. And when I talk about the two little people in my brain, this scene really speaks to me because they're both, this is like what happens in my brain when I'm having a faith crisis.
Right.
Because the Blanc side of me is going to say...
Legitimately what happens in my brain every time I walk into a big ornate church or temple.
Yeah.
I'm like, the storytelling here is fantastic.
God, you are so cool.
Because the Blanc side of me says misogyny, homophobia, countless acts of violence and terror around the world in the name of religion. And because I was raised to be honest, I go, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's, listen, historical fact.
So what is Judd's comeback? I love this screenplay so much.
You're right. It's storytelling. And this church, it's not medieval. We're in New York. It's neo-Gothic 19th century. It has more in common with Disneyland than Notre Dame and the rites and rituals and costumes, all of it. It's storytelling. You're right. Guess the question is, do these stories convince us of a lie? Or do they resonate with something deep inside us that's profoundly true? That we can't express any other way. Except storytelling.
Touché, Padre.
The honesty of these two characters is why there's an immediate respect.
Yeah.
Because Judd has been surrounded by dishonest wolves in sheep's clothing who are pretending to be pious and are actually self-righteous bigots. And Blanc catches murderers for a living, so he's nonstop surrounded by liars.
Sure.
Both of them are in the presence of an honest person, and it's like a breath of fresh air, even though they're coming at it from completely different angles.
And in the presence of an honest person when their preconceived notions wouldn't let them think that that other person is going to be that.
Yeah.
Blanc thinks that all priests are liars.
Yeah.
But Judd doesn't know much about this guy. He just knows he's a cynic and a skeptic, but they have a moment of shared humanity and compassion because Judd is willing to be open and honest with it.
Yeah. This film is such an example of how do we make room at the table when we don't see eye to eye? You simply don't need to be threatened. That this person across from you who sees the world completely different from you has something to teach you.
Yeah.
And the notion for Judd of, this is storytelling. I can see the trappings, the rites, the rituals, the architecture, but why am I here? I'm not here for all of that. I'm here because of something that we all yearn for that's profoundly true.
And that's what our show is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We use storytelling to try and learn things that are deeply and profoundly true. Obviously, there's research behind it.
Betrayed. Beaten. Mocked.
I love the little bit of light on the angel swinging the sword over his head.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't ever notice that.
Yeah.
But the sword of
vengeance is hanging.
Who's gonna fall on Wicks here?
As with our Savior, so with the church. Our church is assailed by wicked modernity, by the enemies of God, the harlot whores, the vermin who would oppress and silence and bar us from our rightful place as the rulers of a Christian nation of faith. And even as I stand before you as a warrior of Christ, in the armor of God, ready to fight the world to my last breath, you shall not pass!
The double-edged sword of beliefs, worldviews, no matter what they are, religious or not, is on the one hand, they provide comfort, they provide direction, and they provide meaning.
Sure.
On the other hand, we get so attached to this must be true and I must be right that it's about being right instead of doing right. Yeah. It's about superiority, and then superiority very easily slides into power dynamics.
Well, and it becomes an excuse for tribalism.
Yeah.
Right? It's a way to, well, there's an in-group of people who believe rightly like I do, and then there's everyone else, and they're outside, and they're bad and scary.
Get out!
Yeah.
Because we have dumb little monkey brains. If you're having fun with this, we have another episode on Benoit Blanc. We did a Therapist Reacts to Knives Out. It's probably right here. You can probably click on it.
Well, what's so compelling about how Wicks is shot and framed here is, yes, he's preaching in a Catholic church. That is the setting of this film. We have a wicked Catholic priest and we have a righteous Catholic priest. But what he is doing and how he is talking is like, it's plug and play. You can take either side of the political aisle and you can pick throughout history leaders who have done similar tactics.
Absolutely.
You can take any cause and pervert it if it is power-seeking, exclusionary, and leading to cruelty for security, right? If we're cruel, then we can be safe. If we can keep them out, if we can fight them, if we can judge them.
Get out of here, devil! Out, devil! Out, sin!
And not only is that something I'm opposed to, like globally, psychologically, in my therapy office, the Wickses of the world, not just the Christian ones, but like from all sorts of places,
sure,
the Wickses of the world do untold and major damage to families, to kids who don't feel loved or they're not included by their families anymore because their parents were brought in under the wing of someone like this. Mm-hmm. Or people who think that they are broken or think that they are bad or think that they are wicked when they're just themselves. And people who are not curious about those across the table from them.
And that is the biggest damage of all, I think, is the damage that these people do to themselves.
Yeah.
You limit yourself. If you are right and people who disagree with you are wrong and there is only black and white, it leaves no room for growth. Mm. How can you learn and grow if you're already right?
This next scene is my favorite movie scene in the past forever.
No, it's very important. Excuse me, Father.
It's very...
What I can do, as I was saying, is I can get that information for you, and then I will
That's it. That's great. And if you could call James now, I would appreciate it so much. Right. Thank you, Louise. I can call you back.
I will. Hey, Father, could I ask you something?
Just a perfect bit of exasperation from the two of these guys.
Wait, if you can make it quick, this is a priority for us right now.
She could call you back.
Father Joe, could you...
Louise?
Oh, God.
Louise?
Will you pray for me?
Yeah, of course. Can I ask what for?
It's, my mother.
She's sick?
Yeah. She's in hospice.
I'm so sorry, Louise.
She won't talk to me. We fought last time we talked. She has a tumor in her brain.
The broken Christ statue that before he was like, yeah, crush it, look for clues, and now he's...
Really terrible things, and so...
Symbolism, right?
Bad things back, and now I'm afraid that that's going to be the last thing that we ever say to each other.
It's not subtle, but it's good.
Father, I'm feeling pretty alone right now.
I'm so sorry, Louise. You're not alone. I'm right here. I'm here. Can you tell me your mother's name?
I love getting bait and switched in a way that's delightful and powerful.
Yeah.
We are, as audience members, primed. This is a comedic scene.
It is. It's very funny, and they're smashing stuff, and they're digging around, and it's this high energy thing.
Well, and they're growing more and more exasperated with Louise, and watching it as an audience member, you're like, oh, I know people like this. They never shut up. They just yammer, yammer, yammer. And we're kind of in Judd's shoes right there, we're not feeling a lot of compassion. We're feeling annoyed. And then it's funny because we've all been there.
Yeah.
And then for her to pivot to what's really going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Judd's not shame, but just regret that he was trying to speed things along instead of being present for a person who's suffering. In the moment that he sees it,
he wasn't fulfilling his purpose.
Yeah. And as an audience member, at least my experience was, how many times have I, with my kids, with other people, been so focused on, you speak of being goal driven, right? So focused on what I'm trying to get done, what I'm trying to accomplish, that I don't see the need of the individual before me.
Yeah.
And this scene speaks deeply to me as a man of faith, but also as a therapist. Because I was a Mormon missionary, and that was the experience that compelled me to become a therapist. And when people hear that, they go, oh, you're trying to secretly convert people in therapy. It's not that at all.
He is.
No,
that's
I am
what
not.
This whole show is.
Those of you who had this conspiracy theory, you were right, and here it is.
I'm probably going to post this tomorrow. Can I tag you?
I prefer you didn't.
I probably will anyway.
I know.
It was in that experience that I had 1,000 of these moments.
Sure.
I know people who have left the Latter-day Saint religion, my religion, who still look back with extreme fondness for their missionary service, and it was because of these moments, because the love is real.
Yeah.
Because when I was a missionary, just like Father Judd's a priest, it was an opportunity to be present for people in need and to be there for them. So when we go back to the church and it's Blanc and Judd, and Blanc's like misogyny and homophobia and racism and war, and Judd says, but what's profoundly true within all of us is we need community.
Yep.
We need love. We need grace, which is giving someone compassion that they don't deserve, but giving it to them anyway.
Yeah, and obviously he's talking about Christ's grace, but grace is a concept that you can apply. You can give grace to anyone at any time.
Yeah, grace is another word like belief that has been
co-opted kind of by religion.
Yeah.
But it isn't inherently religious.
Exactly, because grace can be just relational.
Sure.
When my kids screw up royally and I let it go and I hold them and I tell them I love them and it's okay, we're going to find a solution. In that moment, they may not deserve that. They may deserve a lecture. They may deserve a consequence, but what they need is to be loved.
Our producers give us so much grace on this show.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, please stop doing that.
And so, ironically, it was my missionary service that propelled me to the secular field of psychology and family therapy. I'm not looking to convert anyone to a religion in my therapy office, but I am looking to have more of those moments. And you don't need to be a therapist or a priest. You just need to be present and observant enough, because the Louises of the world aren't always going to say, this is my need, can you meet it? Most of us suffer silently.
Yeah. People feel comfortable asking a priest for that, but everyone is asking for that all the time.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I became a therapist, is because it was a place where people would come and ask for it.
Sure.
Because then it's easier to freely give it. You've been my Father Judd before. There are countless people in my life who, in my lowest moments, and the most powerful thing in the scene is when he says to her, you're not alone, I'm right here. And folks, I have seen all sorts of people show up like Wicks. I've also seen all sorts of people show up like that. And this is why I say, whatever your worldview is, whatever your beliefs are, be the most loving, tolerant, open, warm, giving version of whatever you are. Because what the world needs, you may think it needs your dogma or your beliefs or your specific, like, here's the truth, right? But what is inside all of us that we all universally need is that.
It needs safety, connection, and love.
Yep. You want to know what I believe?
What do you believe?
I believe that you should never miss an episode. And here's how. Not only do you need to subscribe and click the bell, turn on the notification to get all notifications. If you're not seeing us in your feed, that's why. We have new episodes every week. Turn on all notifications and never miss us.
I believe you should go to the subscription page instead of just scrolling the home feed. Make choices. Don't let choices make you. Wait, that didn't make sense.
Excuse me! Excuse me! You look at me when I'm talking to you. We're looking for a murderer. This is not a game.
It is a game! Solving it, winning it, getting your big checkmate moment. And by using me in it, you're setting me against my real and only purpose in life, which is not to fight the wicked and bring them to justice, but to serve them and bring them to Christ. Otherwise, I'm just as bad as Wicks, making it about me and not Jesus. Listen, you don't have to understand, Blanc, but just please, 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 please let me be.
This is another just brilliant use of light.
Yeah.
In this movie. So I made a joke earlier about, Blanc starts talking and it gets all dark and moody, and then Judd starts talking and the light comes back. And that's not a religious thing. That's not Rian Johnson commenting on like, Judd is right and Blanc is wrong. It's saying that there's the moments of unbelief and then there's the moments of belief.
Yeah.
And he puts Blanc in the dark. You just get the tiniest hint of outlines around his mouth and his nose so that you can see, oh,
yeah,
I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, and to your point about the light, Blanc isn't in darkness because he's a religious skeptic, and Father Judd isn't in light because he's a religious believer. Blanc is in the dark because he's not yet practicing grace. And I love how Judd puts it here, your checkmate moment. And Blanc expresses in the movie, this is essentially what he lives for.
Yeah.
And he has it. And he has the killer in his crosshairs, and he's about to deliver the death blow and show himself to be yet again a genius. And he realizes there's something nobler he can do.
Yep.
That he can extend compassion and grace without denying justice.
Justice can still be served.
Right.
But he doesn't have to win to do it.
What he sacrifices is not justice, he sacrifices his ego.
Yes.
And I love that Blanc doesn't arrive to a belief in God, but he still accepts influence from the priest.
My revelation came from Father Judd. His example, to have grace. Grace for my enemy.
That there is something within us that is uniquely true. As you were saying, we all need love and safety and belonging. And Blanc sees a window to do that. Yep. And that's the moment that he's bathed in God's light, right?
Right, exactly.
the God rays that you call him. Belief is a powerful thing. It can be deadly. It can lead to bigotry. It can lead to hatred. It can also lead to open and welcoming. One of my favorite moments is at the very end when Judd is about to preach his first mass and a family comes in, and what does Judd say? Welcome.
Yeah.
And that these two men, at the end, haven't moved at all on their overall philosophies, worldviews.
They haven't moved on their worldviews. They have realized how aligned they always were on their beliefs.
Yes.
My first mass is coming up if you want to stick around.
That's so nice of you. There is nothing I would rather not do. Toodaloo.
Because what they believe is that people matter.
Yeah.
They believe that people deserve safety, justice, respect, love, compassion.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that they both deeply believe. They arrive at it on different streets.
Yeah.
But they're at the same building.
Ooh, I love that. Because psychologically, it doesn't really matter the road to take to get there as long as you get there. Are you practicing love? Are you practicing kindness? Are you practicing empathy and forgiveness? Are you, yes, if you're seeking justice, are you balancing it with those things? And are you checking ego and fear at the door and pride?
Yeah.
That is how to practice your beliefs in a psychologically healthy way that is good for your relationships and makes room for people in your life you don't see eye to eye with.
Just an incredible movie, and thank you for breaking down how we can believe without being assholes. So until next time.
This is some Scooby-Doo shit.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
And watch movies. Watch the movies. Shout out and thank you to our patrons over on our Patreon who get extended, commercial-free director's cuts of our episodes before they drop on YouTube.
That's right.
Folks like
Rebel Valgal,
Andrew Weber,
Haley Swinford,
Cypher 8462,
and Sandram. That's probably Sandra M. That's probably what that is.
Patrons, bless you.